feel like bad days are now your new normal? Well, truth is, bad days are often caused by our own built-up bad habits or an underlying, maybe unconscious belief that if it starts bad, it's going to just get worse. That means you usually have the power to not have a bad day. It's all about setting the stage for it to happen. Here are some quick tips that are good habits to cultivate. You may even find that some bad habits are only bad because of the way they've been handled so far. So here are a few habits to help you make your day better. Number 1, remembering to be grateful. This isn't momentarily saying, okay, this in my life is good, that in my life is good. It's a brain exercise. A brain exercise? Yeah, you're training your brain to see the good and the beauty of life as part of its norm, instead of living in a blanket of problems and negativity. The when you do this is up to you. Doing it at the start of your day means you set the day up for a positive outlook. Doing it before bed helps to unload heaviness and exhaustive stress thoughts. Number 2, change your scenery. Buy a plane ticket? Not necessarily. A walk in the park works too. Visiting a new place once in a while can help stimulate your mind, giving you that recharge so you can continue doing work in a healthy headspace. Number 3, do one thing at a time. We know it sounds more efficient if you can do everything all at once. Unfortunately, human cloning isn't a thing because that's the only way all at once would really work. Partially doing a whole bunch of little things will leave you with a whole bunch of unfinished things that are hastily wrapped up because you're now overwhelmed. You're a quality person. And when you do one thing at a time, that quality shines through. If it's a massive project, break it up into itty-bitty parts that you complete one at a time in entirety. Each small completion is a win. 50 wins and a quality result versus one sort of win with a mediocre result? Which one sounds better? Number 4, laugh. Laughter is, as they say, the best medicine. It activates the release of some feel-good hormones and spreads joy to others. It helps break tension and lighten negative feelings. Your day is going to be better if you and the people in your life are happier. Number 5, help someone. This one has a double positive. Firstly, helping others is the way humans usually function happiest. We feel accomplished, useful, even valuable. Helping someone exercises our empathy and compassion, allowing us to expand our perspective and subsequently allowing us to like ourselves more. Secondly, in helping another person, you're helping to problem solve. And this in turn could give you the knowledge and inspiration on how to deal with an issue in your own life. Number 6, prepare the night before. If we're honest with ourselves, sometimes that bad day happens because we didn't prep the night before. We know when it's late and you just want to sleep, it's easy to convince yourself, I can totally quickly do that thing in the morning. And we know how that works out. Morning arrives, your half asleep brain and body won't do the thing, and now you're stressed, frazzled, and feeling insecure. So just give an honest little rebuttal to the voice that's telling you I can do this in the morning, and take at least a few minutes to do some prep for the next day. When you wake up and it's all ready to go, you'll already be doing gratitude practice. Number 7, hype yourself up. Yes, we're telling you to buy into your own hype. It may not work for everyone, but it's worth a try. Before a big event or performance, even going to a gathering you're nervous about, you can buy into your own hype for just that amount of time. That booster shot of extra self-belief, even though temporary, could be what makes the big deal event go that much smoother, which in turn can make the day, the week, your life that much better. Saying or writing down affirmations every day can help with this. And gradually, with increased self-belief, confidence will naturally flow. Number 8, relaxation. Yep, we said it, relax. Okay, we know that sounds super vague. I don't know how to relax, you say. Not to worry, we're not gonna leave you hanging. To practice relaxing, as odd as that sounds, create a relax and de-stress routine. This can be as simple as reading a good book, taking a warm bath, and listening to calming music. This will allow you to focus on each step and really do the relaxing, detaching, and unwinding. This means too that the hamster wheel of worry is no longer interrupting your sleep, and better sleep means better mood. Number 9, take your time. We all wanna do things quickly to get to the next thing and then to the next, but we forget that sometimes the best thing you can do is take your time to enjoy what you're doing at the moment. Taking your time ensures that you do a good job on your project, that you focus on it, and that you learn how to be in the present moment. Bonus, this is a sort of gratitude practice, allowing you to get the best out of every second and be present in the moment. Although the media would like to have us believe that if we buy that product, our lives will be better. In truth, it's the little things that only we can do for ourselves that make the biggest difference. These tips are by no means exhaustive, but we hope we've given you an idea of things to try, or maybe inspired you to look up other happy habits to learn. Which of these happy habits have you tried or have worked for you? Any other habits you'd like to suggest? Please feel free to comment, discuss, and spread the joy. We also strongly believe clicking the like button will contribute to a better day. Thanks for watching and see you soon. Was there ever a time where you felt a spark with someone you were talking to? Maybe it was a blind date or someone you've met in a bar, but it felt like there was a connection. Or maybe you felt a spark while reading a romance novel, and so you're curious about in-person sexual tension. Sexual tension is when we feel sexual attraction or chemistry with someone, but don't have sex, either right away or ever. Our brains can often judge how we feel about someone quickly. A 2015 University of Pennsylvania study of over 10,000 participants found that most people make their decisions about attractiveness within the first 3 seconds of meeting someone. And considering our bodies respond to the signals our brains send out, we might notice some signs of attraction and sexual tension between us and our person of interest. Now, with all aspects of sex and sexual attraction, it's important to be aware that some signs of sexual tension can be misread. What you might think of as awkward but fun flirting might be someone else's "I'm feeling uncomfortable." So go slowly with these things and be careful about reading the signs. Here are 9 signs you might be experiencing sexual tension. Number 1, attraction. The first and very obvious sign of sexual tension is attraction. We can feel a connection with a new person that isn't sexual at all. So a big difference between a friendly connection and a romantic one is the attraction part. So your first question to tell if what you're feeling is sexual tension is to ask yourself, am I attracted to this person? Do you find yourself checking them out? Remember, our brains know these things sometimes before we realize it. Take a moment to think about how you feel about your new interest. It's a good way to get in touch with your own thoughts and feelings before you go further. You might not be able to tell if your special someone feels the same, but maybe with some of these other signs, you can get a better idea. 2, awkwardness. This isn't always present, but sometimes if we're attracted to someone and still figuring out our own thoughts and feelings about them, we might feel awkward. We might be too busy thinking about the right thing to say, or we just keep quiet to make sure we don't say the wrong thing. This can lead to a bit of awkwardness until we're a little more sure of ourselves and the other person. But it's important to remember that awkwardness can also be a sign of other things, such as shyness. So while awkward conversations can be a sign of sexual tension, it shouldn't be the only way to judge it. Number 3, immediate connection. On the complete opposite side of awkwardness, you might both feel an intense and instant connection to one another. You've probably heard people describe the feeling of having known this person for a long time despite having just met. You might feel that same sense of connection as you talk to them. This chemistry, the way you two just seem to click, could indicate a level of attraction or sexual tension. Number 4, similarities. You might have heard that opposites attract. But in some cases of attraction, like attracts like. So in addition to an immediate connection, you might also notice that you and them share a lot of similar features. This could include shared interests, hobbies, or goals, but it might also include having similar physical features as well, such as the same hair or eye color. Scientists call this assortative mating, where we bond or connect with people based on similarities we can observe. So it's possible that those similarities you're recognizing might be a piece of attraction, and it could be contributing to that immediate connection you're hopefully both feeling. Number 5, speedy heart and sweaty palms. We usually tell kids that butterflies in the stomach mean we like someone. That's not far off. Do you notice your heart starts racing more around that special someone, or do you notice your palms start to get a little sweaty? These are usually signs of attraction. But in a 2022 study that set men and women up on blind dates, it found that those who were mutually attracted to one another experienced heart rates and sweaty palms that increased and decreased at the same time. Why does this happen? Well, it could be because attraction is often caused by hormones like adrenaline and norepinephrine getting ramped up, which leads us to getting excited, hence the racing hearts and sweaty palms. So if you and your partner are both noticing these signs, you might be feeling a touch of sexual tension. Number 6, touch that excites both of you. Are you both feeling a little touchy? No, I don't mean you're feeling grumpy, but are you both finding little ways to touch each other? This could be the brush of a hand or a light touch on the arm, or even leaning closer to one another when talking. If you're hugging, you might notice that you both hang on a little longer than you would with others. When we find someone attractive, we want to get closer to them. And one of the ways we do that is through touch. But the touches are usually ones that affect both of you. You're both feeling some level of excitement from them. So if you're finding that both of you are touching each other slightly more, that may be a sign that you're both experiencing sexual tension. Number 7, you enjoy one another's company. Do you both find that you can't get enough of one another? You can talk for hours and hours and still not be tired of each other. Maybe you realize you feel immediately comfortable with each other, or you both feel secure in each other's company. And you might even be a little worried that when you both separate for the evening, you'll miss the conversation or feel like you even missed an opportunity. Sure, some of these signs can also mean you're experiencing a friendly connection, but when you combine it with the attraction part, it's usually a good indicator that sexual tension is occurring. 8, your conversations are very flirty. While you're enjoying your endless conversations, you might also be finding your talk is a little flirtatious. Are some dirty jokes coming up? Does complimenting each other come naturally? And are you finding you're both bouncing off each other in the same playful way? If so, this may be a good sign you're both feeling sexual tension. But if you're finding you're a bit alone on the flirts, don't be too pushy. There's nothing that'll kill sexual tension quicker than trying to force the connection. And number 9, you continue thinking about them after you've separated. A big sign you're feeling sexual tension is that they're still on your mind even after you've been separated for a bit. Are you constantly thinking about your conversations or how good they looked in their outfit? Or maybe you're trying to figure out what your next conversation will be. Perhaps you're also thinking about when you'll see them next. If you continue to think about them no matter how much time you've spent together, you might be experiencing some attraction. If you find out the other person is feeling the same, that's probably a good indication you're both feeling sexual tension. Navigating the world of dating and sex can sometimes be a challenging thing. What we think is a sign of attraction can be someone else's shyness or even discomfort. It's important to remember that even using these signs, it needs to be felt on both ends. And while we can't always tell what someone else is feeling, it's good to understand our own feelings about someone else. Sexual tension can be a fun and exciting start to something more meaningful, but only if we're sure both people are feeling that same pull. Have you ever had a time where you experienced sexual tension with someone else? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more.